A multiple-time All-Star and now a two-time NBA champion, Jrue Holiday helped the Celtics win their first championship in 16 years. He has now been the perfect glue guy to two championship teams over the past 4 seasons, as his team-first attitude, elite defense, and timely shot-making allowed him to fit seamlessly alongside Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Now Holiday looks to help Team USA win a gold medal in France this summer. In the 2009 NBA draft, Holiday was drafted just 17th overall, but he easily became one of the best and most underrated players in this draft class. He has had so many quality seasons as one of the NBA's top point guards that has only culminated in a few All-Star appearances. Nonetheless, here's what happened to all 16 players drafted before Jrue Holiday. At number 1, we have Blake Griffin. He actually did retire after the 2023 season, and he did play his last season with the Celtics. So theoretically, if he did stay another year, he would have won an NBA championship. But regardless, Griffin had an exceptional career. He did have a lot of injuries, though, throughout his career. But nonetheless, he was one of the greatest high flyers the game has ever seen. He won Rookie of the Year in his first NBA season. And yeah, he was just a really fun player to watch in that CP3 era on the Clippers. But yeah, Blake Griffin is now retired from basketball, but like I said, he did have an amazing NBA career overall. At number 2, we have Hasheem Thabeet. He spent time with Memphis, Houston, and Portland from 2009 to 2012, and his last 2 seasons in the NBA were from 2012 to 2014 with the OKC Thunder. He's also played for a few pro teams in Japan, the G League, and China, and he reportedly played pro ball in Taiwan for the 2024 season. At number 3, we have James Harden, who will be a free agent in the 2024 offseason. Who knows, maybe by the time you guys are watching this video, or at least some point after this video is uploaded, Harden will have made his decision about who he's going to sign with. But regardless, when the Clippers traded for him early on in the 2024 season, they did have the intention of re-signing him. So hopefully they can keep that big three of Kawhi, PG, and Harden together. But this will all depend on what Harden decides and also what Paul George decides as well. But yeah, Harden has obviously been an MVP, multiple-time All-Star, but the one thing he's missing is a championship, and he looks to get that with the Clippers, maybe this upcoming year if he decides to re-sign. At number 4, we have Tyreke Evans, who spent his first 4 seasons with the Sacramento Kings and won Rookie of the Year. He also spent 3.5 years in New Orleans before being traded back to Sacramento for DeMarcus Cousins. He also had a resurgent year in Memphis in 2018 where he averaged 19 points and 5 assists, and then he last played in the 2019 season with Indiana before getting suspended for violating the NBA's drug policy, but he was reinstated in February 2022. He also has played pro in Puerto Rico and Venezuela during the 2023 season, but it looks like now he's trying to get back in the NBA, so we will see how that goes. At number 5, we have Ricky Rubio, who was a really solid NBA point guard throughout his career on the Timberwolves, Jazz, and the Cavaliers. But he did tear his ACL midway through the 2022 season, which was actually the second time he tore his ACL throughout his NBA career. But since then, he has retired from basketball for mental health reasons, so hopefully everything is going well with him right now and he is enjoying his life after basketball. At number 6, we have Johnny Flynn, who spent 4 seasons in the NBA, 2 with Minnesota, 1 with Houston, and 1 with Portland, and then he also played pro in Australia and Italy until the 2015 season. Now though, it seems as if he's keeping a pretty low profile, as according to a Sports Illustrated video from about a year ago, he got his MBA from Harvard and now lives in Florida. At number 7, we have Stephen Curry. Obviously, I've talked about him a lot on this channel, but a 4-time NBA champion, 1-time Finals MVP, 2-time MVP, and obviously the greatest shooter the game of basketball has ever seen. But yeah, obviously he's looking to get a 5th championship before his career ends, and hopefully the Warriors can have a bounce back year as well. At least this is coming from a Warriors fan. Obviously we had a better year, but then, make the playoffs, couldn't get out of the play-in. But yeah, Steph, obviously, he's still really good at age 35, 36. So yeah, like I said, he's looking to get his 5th championship, and maybe he will get that within the next few years. We will see. At number 8, we have Jordan Hill. He spent 1 season with the Knicks and then 3 with Houston, and he had his best years with the Lakers and spent 4 years there. He also spent 1 year in Indiana, and then his final NBA stint was in 2017 with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Wikipedia says he also played in the North American Premier League during the 2018 season, and then now, according to his Instagram, it says he's now the Vice President of Southern Classic Foods in Roswell, Georgia. At number 9, we have DeMar DeRozan. He's basically been one of the most consistent players in the NBA, consistent 20-point per game score, super efficient for the mid-range. And yeah, he's played on a variety of teams, most notably in Toronto, the Spurs, and then he's played his last few years with the Chicago Bulls. He's just been always consistent, doesn't matter what team he's been on. And yeah, we'll see where he ends up this offseason. The Bulls kind of seem like they're going in maybe a different direction with the Josh Giddey trade, and he will be a free agent. So it's possible that he moves teams. Now, where he might go, obviously we don't know. But still, DeMar DeRozan will gain a lot of interest in free agency, just given that he's still playing at an all-star level, and given that he's a consistent 20-point per game scorer and a great locker room guy. At number 10, we have Brandon Jennings, who spent his first 4 years with the Bucks and then was traded to the Pistons and spent 2.5 years there. And he also had short stints with the Magic, Knicks, Wizards, and then back with the Bucks over the next few years. He also played in the VTB League overseas in the 2019 season. And now in 2024, he's kind of been on some podcasts to share his thoughts about the NBA, but I really don't know too much of what he's up to now, but it sounds like he isn't playing professionally at the moment. At number 11, we have Terrence Williams, who played 2 years in the NBA with Houston, Sacramento, and Boston. He also played pro in Turkey, the G League, Puerto Rico, and Mexico after his NBA stints. But the most recent news about him is that he was sentenced to 10 years in prison for being involved in a healthcare scheme regarding the NBA's healthcare plan. At number 12, we have Gerald Henderson, who spent his first 6 seasons in Charlotte and developed into a solid starting 2-guard. He then played the 2016 season backing up CJ McCollum in Portland, and his last NBA season was in 2017 with Philadelphia. He retired in 2019 after dealing with a few nagging injuries, most notably his torn Achilles, and according to his Instagram, he's now an entrepreneur and founder of Henderson Ventures. At number 13, we have Tyler Hansbrough, who spent 4 seasons with Indiana, 2 at Toronto, and his last NBA stint was in 2016 with Charlotte. He then played in the G League in 2017, and then he played for China for 3 seasons until 2020. In August 2023, he was inducted into the National Collegiate Basketball Hall of Fame, and he currently hosts a podcast called Sleep Hawk Worldwide. At number 14, we have Earl Clark. He first played with Phoenix for 2 years, then Orlando for 2 seasons, the Lakers in 2013, and then with Cleveland and the Knicks in 2014. Then his last NBA stint was with the Nets in 2015. He has played pro in the G League and in many countries since, including Turkey, the ABA League, Spain, and then he last played for Puerto Rico during the 2023 season. He's also been playing in the Big 3 League with many former NBA veterans, and he won Defensive Player of the Year in 2022 and 2023, and he's continuing to play in the Big 3 for their upcoming 2024 season. At number 15, we have Austin Daye, who played his first 4 seasons with the Pistons while also playing in Russia. He was with Memphis in 2013, Toronto in 2014, and then the Spurs in 2014 and 2015, as well as a short stint with Atlanta in 2015. He has since played in Turkey and Israel, and he played in Italy for the past 5 years, and then reportedly he played in Taiwan for the 2024 season. At number 16, we have James Johnson. He is a 15-year NBA veteran who has had stints in Chicago, Toronto, Sacramento, and Memphis during his first 5 seasons. He then returned to Toronto for 2 more years from 2014 to 2016 before having a breakout year with the Heat in 2017 and spending his next 2.5 years there. He also had short stints in Minnesota, Dallas, and New Orleans before spending the 2022 season in Brooklyn, and he has now been in more of a veteran mentor type role for the young Pacers over the past 2 seasons. So this is what happened to the 16 players drafted before Jrue Holiday. If you guys have any more ideas for the series, comment them down below. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.